What's going on, fam? Uh, Man, I've been busy today. I've been a little busy today. I was reading some of the comments that on Facebook, and it's hard to uh, figure out, remember which one it is. Good thing I can go check the posts and then see the comments. But there's some of everything. There's some people that want to hold on to the JC name, and then you got the arguments of the name. You got the arguments of the day and lunar calendar. Some people believe the fourth day is the first day. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where or how, uh, we can get, I don't know. I don't know. But I have run across that. Some people believe the day four, Wednesday, is the first day. When I don't know how they missed it in the Dead Sea Scrolls. It clearly tells you that's one of the five ways of doing the calendar. And this person said, oh, it's mathematically correct. You can do it. He can. Satan knows exactly when the Father's Sabbaths are and his new moon. But to believe that day four, that's the mistake I was talking about. I think I made mention of it a few days ago about the semicolon, a semicolon, and it's there for the English speaking people. And the people that think that day four, Wednesday one, he created the sun, moon, and stars on Genesis 1:14. Well, I read it too. I read the same thing, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I got to give my credit as far as English, loving English. I don't know why I did. I did love it. But my English teacher, Miss Dorothy LaRuth Perry, Toledo, Ohio, she was excellent, excellent English teacher. Oh, I learned a lot, and I loved it because of the way she taught it. Very, very good. I took some extra English courses with her. But anyway, you learn about prepositional phrases and all that other stuff. But the English structure and grammar, a semicolon, and with today's technology with the internet, you can look up what a semicolon is. But a lot of people don't pay attention when they're reading the Bible. And I've heard the arguments. Hebrews didn't have grammar structure and pronunciation marks and all that. And I'm like, yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. They didn't have them in their language. So why are they there? They're for the English speaking people to understand the structure of their language. So, if you don't know what a semicolon is, you got to look it up. It's an independent clause. It's independent. It means something occurred somewhere else. That's independent. And what they get, see, he created the sun, moon, and stars on day 4. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's what the semicolon there is for us to understand that this is a separate independent clause. And what follows after that independent clause is another clause that conjoins with the first. So what it's saying on that day is that he gave them their ordinances that day, because it says right in day 1, he created the sun and created the day and the night, and he separated them. I'm going to call you day, and I'm going to call you night. And that's all we get. We don't get nothing else. We don't get anything else until day 4, where he reminds us that on day 1, I created the greater lights and the lesser light. He created the lights, the 2 great lights. Yes, he did. Semicolon, separate, independent clause. It means somewhere else. That's a complete different statement. It means, hold on, there's something that follows that to confirm. He says the greater light, he rules the day, the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars also. That tells you what day 1 is, what it consists of. Day 1 were the lights that is spoken of. In 14 is speaking of day 1's lights. Simple. Because if you believe that day 4 is when the Father created the lights, then you just nullify 1 through 3 that he worked in the dark. He doesn't work. He don't teach us to work in the dark. He wouldn't work in the dark. We mimic after the Father. And I just like, oh man, some people get it, some people don't. But I just try to explain it the best way I can, or the way I see it. And it doesn't mean that it's written in gold that you got the answer. No, I don't. It's just the way I understand it. And I use what the scripture says. I just let scripture interpret itself. They're put those semicolons there on commas, explanation points, and quotation marks. Those are all for the English speaking people, so we can get the gist of the context that we're reading. And so we understand, ooh, they was mad. Yeah, I told you to depart from me. We got an explanation point on it. So it lets us know, it's like, ooh, or we see capital letters. It means authority or something. That's what that's for. So I don't know. I had to tell him, I was like, look, bro, what you're talking, he wants, and some people do that. They'll list their accolades, and I teach this and I taught that and I know this and I know that. It reminds me of the Pharisees. They felt like they were above all the rest of the people. We are the leaders of our people, you know what I mean? And the Messiah told us to beware of them, you know what I mean? They want the best seats in the house. They want to sit up over here, and they want that recognition. So when we do that, I'm telling you now, I did pretty decent in school. I was no dummy. Okay, if that's what one needs, but it doesn't mean anything. A king can be wrong. You know what I mean? King David was found wrong. So it doesn't matter how we list our accolades or anything to prove to someone I know what I'm speaking of. Well, I clearly see that you missed a little bit on the comprehension of what we read. And it was just something, and I'm like, I love everybody. I'll stay with it, no problem. Hey, if you see that way, that's okay, brother. That's all right. Because I never want to really get into arguing with anybody, because in the end, it says in scripture, there's some of us are be greater and there'll be some that are lesser. Okay. And the goal is for each of us to strive to be the greater, to be found in the greater, portion of heaven. But oh man, I was just like, man, oh man, my thumb, I had to take a break. My thumb was getting wore out. It was getting tired. Oh, but I love to interact with everybody, though. I really appreciate everybody there. So I'm gonna keep on posting. Yeah, it's gonna trigger some people, and some will see it, some won't, But hey, we strive to learn. Maybe somebody can be a testimony and say, well, you know what, I did think that too. I had to look into it this way, and I had to look that way. When I started seeing the Torah, all kinds of errors came up from what I practiced. I thought the Sabbath was on Sunday. I thought it was supposed to go to the church buildings and listen to a pastor tell me what's in the scripture. I thought that was all true. That's not true. And there's so many different truths that each of us are coming through. We're walking, some of us are going down the path of the Father's name. Some of us are going down the path of his calendar, all kinds of truth. And some may think it's irrelevant. Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't this. And I'll be careful saying that, because the Messiah said, if you deny me, I will deny you before the Father. People think, I've never denied the Messiah. But you got to remember, he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So if we deny any kind of part of the truth that we don't know, that we don't understand yet, be careful with that, because he's the truth. How much of the truth is he? He's all of the truth. So we got to be careful, That's not important to me. I don't need to know that. That's not important. We got to be careful. We're going to be judged accordingly to what we say and do down here. So if we love him, that's what 1 John 2, 3, and 4, and 5. If we love him, we say we love him, we obey his commands. And if we say it and we don't do it, we're called liars. You see what I'm saying? So let us all be found righteous before him as best way we can. We all struggling, myself included, struggling, trying to find the truth and live and abide in it. So with that said, you guys have a blessed one, because I'm waiting on this truck to pull up. You guys have a blessed day. Baruch haba Bashem Yahuwah. Shalom.